What's up? Alright, so there's not a whole lot going on in the game still yet for now, but we still have the Moogle, the Moogle Treasure Trove event. So, hopefully, I can get maybe some more of those today. Last night I got a few more, got up to 18, but need a little bit more. $12 more, to be exact, to get that Goobo mount, which is basically my goal, and can get quite a few tonight. I'm gonna try and see how far that goes, and how that goes, actually. So, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the duty finder if people start running in here and want to get in as well. I'll go ahead and flip it down, we'll get on a different one. But for now, I'm just gonna get this going. Head on to the Gold Saucer. Good old daily stroll. Hopefully I can get some good scratch-offs today, that'd be pretty swell. Alright. What you got, guy? Ooh, the worst way to tell you there's no jackpot. Just give me a bunch of shitty numbers. Obviously this one's gonna be the worst. So 1 or 3 here is kind of like the best option to go here. I'm gonna go with 3. Odds are, the higher the number, the better it will be. Slightly, and hopefully. What's up, Chaz? How are you tonight? I'm hoping for the best on this scratch off. 119, not great. Ugh, please. Oh, no! 360. Not that great either. $10,000! Nice. That literally made my day. Well, thank you, man. What class is my character? I'm thinking Bard? Nah. Bards on this game actually use, bow and arrow, along with a lot of random musical instruments. The character I play the most, or class, I play a summoner. That's why, like, always in, like, the Final Fantasy titles, while it has the SMN, or sometimes it'll have the WHM. Like, my secondary class I feel most comfortably saying is probably White Mage. Like, I play a lot of White Mage, mostly PvP, and then I play Summoner, mostly story. I've actually, that's the coolest thing, Chaz, about Final Fantasy XIV, is that you're not really confined to one class in this game to actually play. My main, though, is actually Summoner. It's what I played the most, but, I mean, you could be a Dark Knight, White Mage, Bard, Samurai, Machinist. I have played Bard, and I have played Machinist, both the ranged class in this game, but it's not exactly the best cup of tea for me. I really love Summoner a lot. Mainly just because you have your summons, like Ifrit up here. I don't think I have Garuda even. I do. Like, all three of them. You've got Ifrit, and then you've got Garuda here. Barely ever use Garuda. It's like better in dungeons than rather, or maybe if you're by yourself sometimes. Huh. Then you also have Totten here. But this one's literally only good if you're by yourself. Or, like, trying to just boss through some stuff with a few peeps in, like, Palace of the Dead or Heaven on High. But, for the most part, I just use Ifrit. I mean, he's just, like, well-rounded in most situations. No, it's all good, Chaz. Like, I've played Bard before. Like I said, right here is my actual Bard. But they've got these giant bow and arrows on their back. It's not so giant for him because he's a tiny Lalafell man. But, yeah. And you're all good, don't worry. I mean, I understand completely you don't really play Final Fantasy XIV. You can do this. Watch that Nemizu jump up there. You can do this. You have Final Fantasy XIV, but you don't remember your Square Enix passwords. You know you can get it eventually, but you also don't want to play for online pay after... Yeah. I feel ya. I feel ya. Some people just get like that. To me, it's like, when it comes to online gaming, I feel like everybody, you should just choose one. You know, roll with that one. And some people, they don't like the whole, what am I thinking? What's up, Saeed? And I just now saw your message, and yes, I am farming the event. I'm like super close to getting this queue. If you want to jump in on the next one, totally cool. I feel you, Chaz. Like, I mean, to me, I've been playing MMOs for years, so like, it was super easy for me to pick up, and I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so it was like super easy for me to pick up Final Fantasy XIV and just transition. Okay, never mind. Saeed, if you actually want in here now, this just like flopped really bad, and it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. I can actually get you in here now. Like, none of the healers are in there. That is actually if you want to actually get in on the party. Sounds good. Cool. Good deal. I'm down too. That's like my goal tonight, Saeed, so sounds good. Jimmy D, what's up, Euthanasia? Honestly, what do you prefer I call you at this point? What's up, Riz? How are you? And Riz, did the campaign thing ever start working for you? First luck. Well, thank you. Definitely. I'm still gonna call you Euthanasia. It's just weird how you get used to, like, being so complacent to, like, a name, for instance. Man, that's crazy. Entirely what all? Sounds good, sounds good. Tonnage. I think that's a first tonnage. Oh man. Instead of ever saying get ready for the carnage, you just get ready for the tonnage. We're all gonna die! That's what I'll start saying if I go into stuff playing Black Mage. In the next few days. Sounds awesome. I really don't want you to lose your house. I really like your place, and I love how it's just literally adjacent to the Free Company house. Hello, Saeed. Like, right there it is. We can see it from here. Riz is home. Plus, I know how annoying it is, like, going through that process all over again. All the hearts tonight. Well, thank you. Honestly, Saeed, jumping up here is easier to do off mount. There's a certain spot right here where you can catch it, like literally right here, where if you press down triangle just perfectly, your character will just like hop right up there. Just like that, super easy. I'd give you better advice on the mount, but I can't. I've not really tried it. I probably have actually, but I feel like that's just like on a whim. You might get it, but then you might not. Fully sold it for myself. Feel the tonnage. You're not a fan of MMORPGs. I feel you. You just got it today. Well, congrats, Saeed. I know how good it feels to get like some mounts after grinding after a while. Like, honestly, I did a huge grind for Kieran, way back in the day. And I've wanted to do a bird farm, but, oh man, the parties are so hit and miss, even in undersized. Which is crazy. Ah! I'm going the wrong way. I was looking at the chat and then looking up, and then I saw on the mini-map, I was like, huh, I'm ahead of everybody else. And then I saw them all disappear. It's like, oh, wait, I'm the opposite. I'm behind everybody. Man. Oh shit, I got you. Oh, wait, they got you. I was about to go get you. Isn't it weird that summoners, I still think it's weird at this point in time that they're the other, like, I get it, the scholar, summoner, but, like, again, I still think it's so weird that they're the other class, other than red mage and the healers, to actually have the revive spell. I mean, maybe it's not that weird. I mean, they conjure shit. Maybe they can conjure your soul back to your body, or your consciousness back to your body, if souls are a thing. Or your ether, if we're talking Final Fantasy XIV here. It's been putting me in alliance a lot lately. I don't really have a problem with it, it's weird. I'm used to being C, like I'm a C type of guy. Going to head out for a few hours? Enjoy the night. You as well, Euthanasia. Oh, Euphy. Definitely have a great night though. Glad you could pop in, or have a great evening. But yeah, thanks for popping in. No doubt. Always glad to have you. Sometimes I feel like when they designed this place, it was broken from the start. They had a set idea for it to be red, and everybody else just did it however they wanted to, and it worked so much better. Which I'm probably wrong about, but I like the idea of it in my head. They need to replace the Iggy's with actual summons, like Garuda be replaced with Bahamut and Ifrit be replaced with Phoenix. I don't want it to be replaced. I'm actually completely okay with the summoner changes. I wish we would have had a new one though. Maybe not replace the old ones, like have them standardized for like lower levels. But I wish like they would have added 2 new Eggy to the mix. Like, don't get me wrong, I like where you are with your idea, I do. Don't get me wrong, but you know, they could have mixed it up a little bit. Like they could have added like a little baby Bismarck, or I mean, just anything else really. Maybe they could have had something exclusively, like I've once talked about Quetzalcoatl being a very, very awesome addition to the little chain here, but minus, you know, a lot like Garuda, but you know, different. Just really, shit, I used Bane for no reason. Really kind of DPS based though. And, you know, all around like AoEs as well, kind of like Garuda. But, and then they could have added an addition to Ifrit and to Todd maybe as well. Maybe like a Fenrir summon. Which I doubt they would ever do anyway, but I get where you're at. Like, I'm happy with the changes where, like, Bahamut still comes into play, then after Bahamut in the chain of the rotation, you'll have Phoenix on the second turn, and Phoenix is just like a beefed up Bahamut. That, I think, is really weird. It sounds so backwards. I kind of feel like they should have done Phoenix a long time ago, and then Bahamut now, but whatever. Or they could have gave us Gold Bahamut, like a lot of people joked around about and memed about out there. I would have been fun with that as well. Gold Bahamut. Fuck it. Give me Demi Bahamut. Give me whatever other version of Bahamut that is stronger, but instead they gave us Phoenix. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay. I'm not gonna complain. I like the change. So far, everything I've heard about the Summoner, I'm pretty much about. I'm gonna have to tweak with my rotation a little bit, but not too crazily. Nothing too bad. But, holy shit, Ifrit, you crazy bastard. We're doing this. We're going in hard and heavy. Let's do it. Literally, Ifrit ran up there on his own, but I wasn't gonna leave him behind. He's my boy. I gotta back him up. Like Ifrit a little bit bigger and give him feet and legs. Oh, I get what you're saying. Like, kind of like further develop the Eggy, so it's not just like a little Eggy, it's like an actual summon. That would be pretty cool too. I couldn't disagree with that. Same with Gruta. You don't like the Eggies? If they replace them, you should at least make them look cooler. Yeah, I feel you there too. Spellcaster LB better be used multiple times on enemies as it's an AoE. You don't even know why Titan exists? Honestly, when you're doing solo play sometimes, he's not that bad to have. I've experienced multiple moments, plus I've had a few actually questionably long, well-played Heaven on High and Palace of the Dead runs using Titan as the tank. So, let me tell you, Titan he's very underrated, if you will. Honestly, sometimes his amenity will actually take some shitty tanks. Yes, shitty tanks. If you're with a good tank, don't run Titan anyway, but a shitty tank anyway, if you're with them, he's gonna be taking all the glory. He's gonna die quick, probably, because he can't really support his health, but still, yeah, he's not bad to tank with, to be honest with you. Like I said, don't underestimate Titan. He comes in handy, occasionally, when you're feeling a little ballsy in some sticky situations. I do wish they'd do more with Titan though, honestly. He needs a big buff, I feel like. I know a lot of people would really try to like run things without tanks a lot more like that. But is that really a bad thing? I mean, I feel like if you are actually a good summoner and you're comfortable with tanking something with an Eggy, it should be optional. I mean, it kinda is already, but it's more so stupid, to be honest with you, unless you're doing, like, really lower level things, or just kinda, like, neutral leveled things that would, like, that doesn't pose that big of a difficulty, where you actually need some tank for a tank buster, because that is the biggest downfall of, Eggy Titan, is motherfucker cannot take a tank buster at all. Like, he will die, and you will with him. Isn't it weird though that even it's something I just now thought about with Totten. Out of all of the Eggy as well, he looks the least like his actual summon. Like his summon, it looks like a giant kind of sumo wrestler-esque. I don't know how else to explain it. His Eggy looks like a floating pile of rocks. I mean, in fact, that's literally what it is, a floating pile of rocks. Well, at least it looks like we're in a pretty decent party here, kind of keeping us up. Flee! I didn't make it anyway. Yeah, fuck it. Stay exactly where you are. They look a little bit like flawed boogers. Ifrit's like your flawed boogers on a bad day. Like on a real bad day. It's like, it's the beginning of spring, pollen just kicked in. Bring on the Ifrit booger. Oh man, I love how they just like literally built a wall right here. This is amazing. I might die. I'm a little close. Okay, I didn't die. We killed his ass. Sweet. Garuda's like that booger that you really want. You know, honestly, I feel like that's the nice, healthy one. Where Ifrit's a bad day. And, like, I feel like Totten is that one that's if you've been, like, a smoker for, like, 40 years. And that's what you wake up to in the morning from now on. You've just come to terms with it. Very descriptive, I know. Not much of a correlation, but, I feel like it works. Yeah, it was a little early, but it's okay. Am I about to get clawed? I tried to get you first before you seized me, you bastard. I tried to hit him with the bow. I saw him. He was snopping me out. I was like, I'm gonna bow you first before you get me. It didn't work. I tried. Ah! I got the burns. You're going down. Guy. Oh, nobody wants anything. Sweet! I can just get out of here. Actually, I'm gonna player calm. It's something, it's always nice to actually keep up with. It's cool to get them. You get little rewards for it. Sylvan. It's all you. Well, it was about to be yours, but you got out of here faster than I could give it to you. But it was almost yours, Sylvan. Zombie! What's up? How close am I to a mount? As far as my, I don't really know. Let's check it out. I've got a shit ton of combinations. What's the next one? I'm close to 1,000. I've got 864. I've already had the gilded, Magitech suit. This one. But I haven't, I don't know. What happens at 1,000? Is there anything at 1,000? So, Zombie, how was your Tuesday? Hopefully you had a pretty good one. Started watching Good Omens. What is Good Omens? Sounds interesting. Oh, the event tombstones. I think 10 away now. Yeah, 10 more and I can get the Goobu. $10 more. On Amazon Prime. Ah. I'll try to check it out sometime. Is it good? It's about an angel and a demon trying to prevent the apocalypse. Sounds intense. How's the quality? I know Amazon has a few, like they tried to get me to watch Jack Rod. And, I just kind of, like, let it play in the background. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I just haven't given any Hulu, or not Hulu originals, but Amazon Prime originals a chance yet. Hulu originals have sold me, along with, I'm hit and miss with the Netflix originals, but like I said, I've not really given any of the, actual Amazon Prime originals a chance yet. I just didn't know how to feel about it. I know Amazon is a great corporation. I've never heard any actual other reviews from any other, like, not a lot of the people other than myself around my area actually have Amazon Prime. A lot of people here don't really even order things online, ever. They think it's like voodoo. I like how it sounds, though. It sounds interesting. Are you online right now, Zombie? You are not. It's only me and Saeed, but it's definitely all good. Let's get on some Circus Tower. How close are you now, Saeed? You're probably a lot closer to getting them out than I am. It's good so far. Kind of quirky. Almost like Doctor Who. That's cool. Quirky is kind of a good thing sometimes, you know, it keeps it interesting and funny. And this was the one that I was mentioning earlier, Saeed. Once you get all the horses, you get this guy. Like, it has an amazing, damn, listen to me, an amazing theme. Like, I rarely have the in-game music on anymore. But, oh my gosh. I'm gonna start it over. Classic Final Fantasy theme. One of the doctors from Doctor Who is in it. That's pretty crazy. You have 36. Nice. To be honest with you, a lot of you are going to be very surprised right now. I've never watched Doctor Who. Not even once. I realize now that my in-game volume is probably so low you may not even be able to hear this mount's theme. I also forgot that it's a little louder if you move. It's so amazing. They have a similar one with all the birds, and then a crazy one with all the dogs. You get a crazy fox, which is badass, but, yeah, you always get this cool, crazy-looking mount every time. You get all of the, what do they call them? Is there an actual thing? Like, mostly everybody collectively calls them the dogs, or the birds, or the ponies. What mount should you get this event? Honestly, that's a preference thing. Like, I already know I want to get the Gubu because I don't want to finish the Sylphs. But the Pegasus, like zombies actually trying to grind for it, that's a really nice mount. There's a few others, you know, lined up in there that kind of like takes a little bit of grinding. I don't want to say it takes it away, because we're definitely grinding right now. But, kind of veers off that path a little bit, if you will. So I just look them up, honestly. I would look up the list, then look up the mounts themselves on the internet and look maybe some Google images, or your preference of internet searcher, browser, whatever. And, you know, just look up those images, and then from there, kind of make your own decision. I would hate to influence mine. Like I said, I'm getting the Gubu personally. Once I get that, I'm gonna be a little less worried about the event. I'm gonna maybe try to grind to get another one, but I've already got quite a few of them, so it's the hardest to get. All of them. Till how long is this event gonna last? Yeah, sometime into 5.0. Yeah, they gotcha. Even in the middle of my rambles, they gotcha. The thing with the Pegasus, you can only get it in the Diadem, and not a lot of people are doing it, so it can be pretty tough to get. Oh, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, it's a really cool one. I'm just selling myself short, to be honest with you, while I save one for the Gubu. One, I can honestly pretty much, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty much at the end of the Sylph, so I can probably get it pretty quickly and easily. But I deliberately do not like their storyline. It's the one thing in this game I've said that I just don't like to do it. It's the Sylphs, and it's the way they talk, their quests. It's the one thing I cannot stand, where they just went a little bit too far trying to give it a little authenticity, even though they made it up. But as far as like the others go, I mean, they really wasn't that bad. I enjoyed them. They were funny. They were cool. But a lot of the Sylph stuff is also locked behind so many very annoying fates that take forever to just even pop up, let alone even do alone, which sometimes goes south on you. So that's my biggest thing with the Gubu, and you know, at this point, I've actually come to terms that there's PvP is the biggest reason for that. Even though I do Rival Wings and I can get the Gorilla mounts, there's a shit ton of PvP mounts that I'm just never going to be able to get that look really badass. Same with a lot of them that were in Eureka. So at this point in my life, with dead content or things that people don't run, I've just let it kind of just settle in my gut real good. It's just, you know, I'm not always going to get them. But I will admit, Pegasus is super badass, and I cannot blame you for trying to grind for that. I'm just setting my standards low, setting the bar real low. That way, I'm getting at least one of the things that I want out of this whole thing, and that's the Gubu mount. Because even though I really don't like to do the Sylph stuff, I really like that Gubu mount, and I really think it's weird that that was kind of like their stipulation of the, damn, it went to the wrong one. I should have went to the one up there. Forgot we're on 8. Now I'm just stuck here. You don't want to do the Sylphs. It's not fun. Again, it's my least favorite one out of every Beast Tribe quest that I've done in this game. Least favorite of all of them. It's the one where I literally decided I didn't want to do it. And Azunami, hello to you as well. Hopefully you're doing good. How was your Tuesday? And how was you're currently on Wednesday. You're like at the end of Wednesday. Oh wait, no, you're on. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I've ever asked you that question. I was thinking of I was actually thinking of Tim right now for some reason. What day is it, Zom? Or for you, Azunami? Yeah, totally don't have to answer that. I just sometimes I really think outside of the box when it comes to things and really think about the time zones that we have. It's so wild. We're all in the same period of time, some of us in the past, some of us in the future. That's the way I like to look at it anyway. When people tell me they're already in like which technically I'm in Wednesday now as well. But some people are getting close to Thursday. And it's like, it's so awesome to be like, how's the future? You have Pegasus? Got it way back when. I don't want to say that it's rare necessarily, but to get it now and not get it within its relevance is what's so rare. A lot of people don't play a lot of older content unless there's some kind of event like this that actually gets people to play that said content. Oh, you're still in Tuesday. Yeah, you're like 3 hours behind me right now. LA though, that's nice. I've literally never been to LA. I've been to California, but I have family in San Francisco. And me and my grandfather took this mining trip through Northern California to Scotts River. And then quite over all the way around into Oregon, and then all the way back down through the mountain to comes back down to a northern beach town, which is the only beach in California I actually got to see. But it was called Crescent City. It's just kind of a harbor town, small harbor town at that, but it's a very cool place. But yeah, San Francisco, around Scotts River somewhere, and then Crescent City is really all I've really been into in California, but I got a lot of family out there. You love LA? Your ex from there? Out for the knot? Got some nice, enjoy that DBZ. Take it easy, Chaz. Hopefully you have a great knot. And until next time, my friend, no doubt. Black Mage. Really? That's cool. It's all good, Zombie. Glad that you could jump in here for the knot. But, you have a great knot as well. Not just any DBZ, but DBZ Remastered DBZ. I feel you, Chaz. It sounds good still. Remastered sounds pretty cool. Black Mage is so much fun. I've not really tried it yet, so I have no opinion. But I believe you. Through Rez, Saeed, and Zombie all loving Black Mage. Now hearing that you love it as well. I mean, it has to be a cool class. I've only dabbled with it to level 15 with the Thaumaturg, but we've all heard that story before. Literally only did it to be a summoner because it was an old standard. Spamming Crystal Tower for tombs, pretty much, to get the Gubu. I mean, I know there's other things that you can do as well, but to do any of the dungeons and only get one of the actual tombstones seems ridiculous to me. Literally, it was a thing I'd initially thought about when I started doing this with Zombie and Saeed. This was kind of like the route that Zombie had taken at first. And I'd at least questioned it a little bit in my mind. I was thinking, well, why not do some of the other things? But then I started looking at the other dungeons that you do, and they are going to take literally as long as these 24-man raids. And these actually pay more. And I know that you can actually do the Praetorium and the other really long-ass thing with a lot of cutscenes. But it's literally an hour and a half promised, and sure, you get 3 of the tombstones of philosophy, but you get 1 extra for just a lot of time wasted. Doing the others would be much better if you could skip cutscenes like you could back in the day. But now it just seems like a huge waste of time. It'd be like half of my stream would literally be one of those, and the other half would be that. And in all that time, I literally could have just like ran like 4 of these. But it's just at the moment. Tomorrow I'm gonna be back with Nier. Gonna be jumping back into that, starting a new game on the new story continued profile playthrough 2, whatever the fuck that means. I already had one spoiler given to me. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I'm pretty sure I kind of like get the focus of it through that spoiler of the game. But we'll see. But yeah, that will be tomorrow. But yeah, for tonight, and I'll be back probably Saturday as well. Like, but tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday will be in the air though. Fire 4 is Loth. It brings the thunder. Haven't even logged in. You got your work cut out for you this weekend? I feel ya. There's a lot of stuff in this Moogle Treasure Trove thing. I'm just trying to see what I can actually obtain before I like get to the point of man, I'm barely ever the frog. I hate it when I am. Well, thank you, healer. Hide. Oh, what the fuck? I was still there. And I still went down. The delay in these older raids. I guess it's not that bad. I did actually step out. So, I mean, I know I did. But it is still a little bit delayed.
Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see.
Am I gonna go summon? Yeah, I'm gonna go summoner. My goal for Shadowbringers is initially to play through the story and to get my summoner up to level 80. And then after that, I'm gonna try Gunbreaker, see what that's like. But yeah, summoner, I'm hook, line, sinker. It's my favorite class in this whole game. I've dabbled with so much and played so much. I've played Dark Nun, I've played Watt Mage, I've played Bard, Machinist, Samurai, Red Mage, and Summoner. And Thermaturg a little bit, and out of all of them, initially jumping into this game, I wanted to play Summoner. I instantly loved it, and I have ever since the beginning of the game. So, it's, without a doubt, it's going to be my main focus in Shadowbringer still as well. Though I'm very intrigued with the Gunbreaker. I know I'm not going to change actual, main, but I'm very, very, very partial to playing a Gunbreaker already. It looks amazing. And again, you know, I actually love the Summoner changes coming in Shadowbringers. Like, I'm about it all the way. There's a few things I'm a little skeptical about how it'll work, but I know I can. It's really just my playability. I know I can work around it, so I'm actually really okay with that. Last one got me. Yeah. Yeah, thought so. No. Really, my white mage is the biggest thing I fear for in Shadowbringers. Like, being healers in Shadowbringers is going to be a little bit weird. I feel like they're having the biggest change. You really love the track? That's cool. Honestly, if you're ever curious about any of the music, I have an actual playlist on the channel called Music. It's just like all the music that I find collectively on YouTube that's copyright free that I can actually use in videos. They've got a lot of other cool stuff. It's on the actual YouTube audio library playlist and well, not playlist, but channel. But yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff in there. It's worth looking up sometimes, especially if you ever stream and you just want some tracks to play in the background. They got a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of like independent artists too as well, so if you're ever just like trying to like support anybody randomly out there, you know, there's that as well. They all have got like all their descriptions and all their stuff. That's why I like to actually promote the playlist. Sometimes it'll talk about it in Notbot and promote it a little bit, just to get that a little bit out there. I know how hard it is to actually kind of promote yourself sometimes without not trying to like look like an asshole, you know, or like too needy, I guess to say. But I get that. But give me just a moment. I'm gonna take my first restroom break of the night, and I'll be right back. Alright. So, Saeed, you actually, you willing to run another one? Something to drink? All good. And while I could white mage, and yeah, Yoshi did mention there would be more healing involved. The healing isn't really what I worry about, as far as that goes. It's the things that they took away from the healers, and the things they've already taken away from Watt Mage in general. Like in PvP, they took away Benediction, so I'm wondering what they're really going to do to the Watt Mage in PvP. I really worry about that a lot, to be honest with you. But also, the healing factor doesn't exactly bother me, but I like Watt Mage. I play it like every Saturday in PvP. That's my biggest focus with it, though. PvP, mainly just because of self-sustainment, but that might change. It might glean on over to Gunbreaker, depending on the things they allow it to do in PvP, because it's the thing that really gets me most excited about the Gunbreaker is the self-sustaining tank. If you've got some healer that's just trying to medica all the time and not focus on really what to do in the game, just wants to press a button every 2 to 3 minutes, honestly, it kind of just pulls that away, and it's like, okay, I don't need you. I can just heal myself and cast regen on somebody else if I have to, which is a weird thing, but thank you all, Tsunami. Yeah, I mean, loves a good old tie-dye shirt. And good old Dill. Let's get us back in there. Saeed. The only bad part about wearing a tie-dye shirt and having a green screen is this right here. When you got green, and it's damn near the same color as your green screen. It's not quite. It's not as bright, but it's almost there. And you have this little... looks like Thanos is trying to steal my shoulder. No, Tonberry. The second American, to say your name right. Really? I have an excuse for that, and which oddly doesn't need one, I know, but I really have a random reason behind it, and honestly, Saeed, that is mainly because I'm a really well-cultured guy. I'm one of those two. I'm probably the most openly well-cultured people you'll probably ever meet, ever, which I take pride in saying. Like, I love it. I love to learn new things about all cultures, and that comes with grammar. It's always been my something I can't brag about it because I do mess up from time to time. If you watch older Final Fantasy XIV videos where I'm calling people with French names completely wrong names, had to really adapt to that. But I loved being able to adapt to it and learn about that, like Oriange, for instance, in the game. I used to call him Oriangier for like probably a solid 7 to 8 months. He was Oriangier to me, until somebody said that it's French, dude, you're saying it wrong, and I was like, oh, it's Oriange, and it makes so much more sense. And so I really try to like really appreciate and take in all culture, but also as far as like grammar is something I also really appreciate as well, because communication with other people, it can be an amazing thing, especially if you know how to correctly. And I try to be very open-minded with some things as well. But, another fun fact, you have the exact same name of a favorite character, one of my favorite characters I had on a TV show before. So that helps out as well. But, no doubt, yeah, I'm glad that I could get it right, no doubt. That's awesome. What am I aiming for? I myself am aiming low for the Gubu mount, and I'll show you what the rewards are really quick if you want to know. I can travel to Ul'dah really quick. It's like the quickest one to get to. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Limbs Elements, I think it might be right by the Aetherite Crystal. But I'll still check for you. There's actually a pretty nice list of event items that you can actually get off of here, Tsunami. It's all bound to grinding old content though. That's like literally what everything's whimmed on. old content. Which isn't a bad thing. It's actually genius. I've talked about it before. It ropes so many of the seasoned players to like kind of jump in. You kind of want to do things that a lot of people that are just now starting the game that want to do, like Shadowbringers, and help them kind of like get closer to it preemptively without even noticing that they're doing it. But we'll start from the bottom. You got the daily materia of the Inferno Horn, Coming Home Orchestration Roll, Smolder Orchestration Roll, Yasmat card, Alexander Prom card, Calophistery card, Brute Justice card, Construct 8 card, Toy Alexander, Wanda, Calophistery, Pegasus Cult, Baby, Rachasaur, Magic Bucket, MGP Platinum card, Selfnir Barding, Sepnir Barding, which is the I think that's the one that you get for Odin. Boreas, whistle that emits, well, yeah, we all know. Then you have the Direwolf whistle, the Atheon whistle, Bomb, Pelican horn, Elpstorn. I don't know what that one actually does. Nov's Kutch. Laurel Gubu horn. That's what I'm actually after. Okay, Choco. Come on now. Then a lot of the maps, like you have Mordona, Kurthus, Northern Thonalon, Southern Thonalon, Eastern Thonalon, Central Thonalon, Western Thonalon, North Shroud, South Shroud, East Shroud, Central Shroud, Outer Lost Nausea, Upper Lost Nausea, Western Lost Nausea, you get it, throughout the Lost Nausea. Well, I'm not really sure the significance of this gear, but you get, Herc Lady. Yes, these random things. I'm not sure what these are. Try it on. Oh! They actually look crazy cool. You get some straight up Dark Knot looking armor. Looks like Cecil. Kinda looks like Odin as well. Answers Orchestration Roll, Rose Lantern, White Lantern, Pegasus Whistle, Seemingly Special Tom Horn Map, and lastly but not least, the most expensive one, the Namazu Earring. And that's actually literally the whole list, right there. But yeah, it's quite the event, no doubt. Giving away a lot of old shit, if you're willing to grind out old content. Choco just wants love. Oh yeah, that's Choco in a nutshell. You had to wait. Those French names really hard. Love learning about different countries and cultures. I really do as well. Those French names are really hard. You didn't know how to begin to pronounce Archifont? Archifont! I believe you. I was the same way. See, like, I didn't even say it correctly the first time. Like, I honestly have to stop and think about it, to be honest with you, a little bit. Because I'm not very fluent in French at all. So, in the way that the words are, that sometimes they leave out certain, enunciations that the English grammar would use originally. I guess, I couldn't say originally, but, instead of, I should say. But, see, that's what really gets me, like, Archifont. And then, like, another one, again, like, Orianger. Like, I feel you. People actually just kind of corrected me over time. Being a streamer, you get that eventually. Somebody's, like, I think Drake actually helped me out a lot, because I think he might be fluent in French. But he actually helped me out a lot with a lot of the things, because he'd be like, dude, you're saying that so wrong. Unless it's Russian. I'm not really 100%. It gets me. I'm hit and miss. Again, with French, I was baffled. I had a different assumption right off the bat. Which I love to be corrected on it as well. I want to be corrected in some matters just because, like, you know, in the future, you don't, like, I don't know. Some people, I get, like, you don't want you to be self-conscious over your own name. It's like the worst feeling in the world. So having people say it correctly so other people know how to say it as well, it just helps out over time. But again, it's why I love to, like, I love culture and everything. It's just knowing that as well just helps out in so many situations in the future, as far as communication goes. And also just comfortability, you know? You don't want to talk to somebody that can't even, like, well, I don't want to say that. You might want to talk to somebody sometimes that can't say your name correctly, but it helps and makes things a lot easier. You new Alfino? Because it seems easy? And Ollie say, because it's like the drink. He's Canadian, yeah. But yeah, I think he's very Canadian, French fluent. I say that mainly because I'm pretty sure he's the one that gleaned in on a lot of the words that I was saying incorrectly, like Orion J, for particular. It was either him or Sam that really got me with that one. Orion J. I love that though, that this game has the perfect mix of like culture between American, like both North and Southern American, and then also a lot of Europe-esque, but a lot of French, mostly specific, and then the Japanese culture within all of it as well. Oh man, I love it. It's just the perfect mix, it really is. It's pretty diverse. Yeah, it really is. And I agree, Riz. I'm right there with you. It's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Diversity in culture is a beautiful thing. It really is. It attracts a lot of people too. I could agree. And I could totally see why. Especially in like an online gaming community, like that's a big thing in the world nowadays, just because like a lot of people still have a really outdated mind, if you know what I mean, as far as culture goes. Oh shit, I got the Doom on me. I am dead. Okay, I got the Doom off me. I'm a little bit less dead. But yeah, as far as like, holy shit, that was worse than the Doom. I like that about Final Fantasy XIV a lot as well, though. Diversity is a great thing. Ah, shit, I got the Doom on me again. Get it off, get it off. Ah! I want the Doom off. I'm gonna get Doomified. Ah! The Doom got me. You know what really, I think, attracted my original curiosity to loving culture so much? Is food. Like, being a foodie, I love to say that too. Because it's a real thing, but if you don't know what it is, a foodie is somebody who appreciates all different diversities of food, and literally I'm the type of guy that will literally stop and try literally anything at least once. just see if I like it or not. You know, I don't like to be that person who's disrespectful, who's given food and be like, oh yeah, I'm not even gonna try that because I don't think it looks good. I love to respect somebody, like, thank you so much. And then to give it a whirl, ooh, yeah. I love it so much. Yeah, I think that's what originally awoken that, the acceptance. Well, I've always been accepted, honestly. I'm a very multiracial person. Literally, DNA, as far as that goes. Multiracial, from Hispanic to, Hawaiian, Irish, Native American. I could keep going, but it's the basic gist. And, I live in a really close-minded area, needless to say already as well. But within all of that, the culture of food that surrounds it, though, is pretty nice. And I really enjoy that. I got you, Saeed. I think you actually went to the beginning. My bad. I was gonna get you, or somebody else got you. I was gonna get you, Saeed. Eating different types of food is exciting. I agree. That's what sparks my excitement for spicy food, really. A lot of mind over matter, but also just the sheer excitement of getting to trust different things. Food's just so great. It brings so many different cultures together as well, so easily. Gonna get food. Sounds good, Riz. No doubt. And I'll be here when you get back. The nape. So, Azunami, do you actually have any hopes for Shadowbringers as far as like the 24-man raids? Like any game bosses, particularly over the years, maybe, that maybe haven't been used? Like, I'm really hoping for some Final Fantasy VIII-esque kind of like stuff going on. Like, I know we're already gonna get the Gunbreaker, and they're gonna have like the Gunblade. And, you know, all that cool stuff, but I'm really hoping that we have some really cool, like, Ultimecia stuff in the raids. I would love for her to be an in-game boss for the raid tier. It'd be amazing. But then we also know we're going to get that Nier Automata 24-man raid stuff, which is going to be pretty intense as well. I'm vaguely getting introduced into it. Gonna hit my second playthrough starting tomorrow. But, I'm interested to see, what they're actually gonna incorporate from those games, especially after playing my first playthrough and everything, considering the gameplay, how it gets switched up so quickly, so easily within the game itself. It's definitely interesting to kind of ponder to see what exactly is gonna be the next edition. Defeat the five-headed dragon. You wish there was a DPS meter in PS4 Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, you mean like parse? Honestly, I don't. It's more toxic than it's worth, to be honest with you. And there is kinda, you could like, if you've got a PC nearby, you can still monitor like how much DPS you're doing, if that's what you're talking about as far as parsing goes. But I'm not really a fan of the whole parse thing. Like, I'm not like, I don't care what somebody else is really doing in the game, as long as we're doing enough damage as we go to get the job done. Good deal. You know, if you can chill. The reason I say that, being a streamer in the background, like, I'm a pretty casual, like, chill streamer as well. Like, I do give it pretty much my all, but while trying to ramble like I am now and talk, sometimes my focus gets placed elsewhere sometimes, and it's a little bit harder to keep as focused, especially if I'm a little bit more passionate about the conversation that we got going on. So that sometimes you might have, like in World of Warcraft, that's what really ruined it for me back in the day. It wasn't streaming. I did a lot of video editing back then, but it was just, it just got so stressful. Just so many people that were just so worried about the damage and time that was being put into it all. But, you know, I feel you. You know, maybe a lot of people like to parse themselves to see what exactly they're putting into the font, and I get that as well. But I'm just, you know, I've never really been that big of a fan of the parse system, if that's what you're talking about. I don't really know what you mean by a DPS meter. Would I take on a spicy food challenge at a restaurant? Damn straight I would. But the sad part Ozzy'd on me about taking on spicy food challenges at a restaurant where I live, there's only a few. Most of them are pretty far away, and they don't really have Wi-Fi. So if it was for me to actually like film it, I would have to do full-on video editing. And most of the food challenges that I actually like to do, I like to be very authentic about it. That's why I really enjoy being able to do it in a live stream. Because there's no video editing. You don't see me stepping out of the room to secretly drink some water and like fake having a mouthgasm, or you know, some crazy like pain. Like you see me endure the pain or whatever it is I'm going through, or maybe I'm eating some like crazy gross thing or something like that. Which is what I respect the most about the RIP Tumble series coming into play. Is like it's just that whole element. A lot of people that do those food challenges and things that I've done already, they haven't even given it the thought that like video editing already kind of like takes the authenticity out of it just by at least like 2% already. Like if I'm watching some video that somebody went through editing and they said they did this challenge, initially if they edited it, my first thought in my brain is, you tampered with your film a little bit and you mixed up something somewhere and you probably didn't endure the full pain of the real challenge. That's just me. Just, you know, facing challenges, you just automatically know that there's people out there like that are gonna try to like get some advantage and say they finished it just to say they did, even though they didn't. A good example to be is like there's PvP games out there. People literally cheated to get in the top ranks to only find out that they cheated their way there, which is not impressive at all. But people still do it because they want to look like they're impressive. And I don't want just to like look like I'm impressive. I want to like show you the truth. It's a live stream. I didn't tamper with anything. And that's why I like doing things kind of the way that I do. And it makes it really hard to be able to do like eating challenges in like places that don't offer free Wi-Fi or something like that. To be able to do a lot of the stuff that I would like to do in a lot of the restaurant challenges. Believe me, I would love to do them. There's a lot of cool spicy stuff out there. And actually some quantity stuff like catch me in a mood and I can eat a lot in a large quantity in a short amount of time, but we gotta be in the mood for it. If we can kill the boss as a team, that's all that matters. That's how I feel about it as well, and I agree. It's a very toxic thing to have like the whole parse meter. Again, there's ways that you can do it if you really want to monitor it. You just have to have a PC nearby. It's just, honestly, sometimes it gets very rude. Like, some people can't actually do certain things that a lot of people's expectations actually put into play, needless to say, which is a weird way to say it, but sadly true. But that's another thing. I don't know. Parsing, it's just, we live in a different world nowadays. Nobody wants to get called out, and I totally understand it, you know? Wow! Huh, thank you. We always wanted to be devoured. I think all of us did. You still have flashbacks to when me, you, and Rez did Seiryu, the tank called this trash. You're all good. But I feel ya. Like, I mean, I'm a streamer. I get it, and I'm a casual one at that. Like, I'm not out here trying to be the very best video gamer in the world. I'm trying to like get through it the best I can, casually as possible, without any stress. And I feel like that's how everybody should play games. If you're out here trying to give 210% for no goddamn reason, you need to quit playing video games and just start doing something better with your time. Needless to say. Don't get me wrong, I get being good and up to par in a game as well. Like my character right now, super Shadowbringer ready, very up to par for what it's worth. But again, there's certain things as well where I guess it could have been differently used. Might have had very minor ups in my damage. But the way I usually play, it's literally fucking good enough to beat what we're doing in a timely manner without causing any unsubstantial insecurities for myself or the team. And that's what I really go for as my playability. I'm not trying to like go out here and just like do way more than what is way required. Like, you can go out there and be the best of the best if you want to be, but I'm just out here trying to like enjoy my life, you know, like a normal person. You know, and that's the way I like to play video games. With the exact same train of thought. I'm just out here trying to enjoy my life like a normal person. Am I gonna play some harder content? Yeah. Am I gonna do some things that are a little bit more difficult than everybody's actually able to used to? Yeah. But am I gonna stress over it? Sometimes, but I try not to. And that's really where my motto really comes into play there, or my lifestyle as far as gaming and copency actually goes. Doesn't make you any better. That's very true. Some people, when they get on the elite status, they just kind of turn into a dick, and it's not really cool to watch. Like, there was a dude I actually used to watch. I'm not gonna name drop him. I'm not gonna be that guy. But there was a streamer I used to watch, and if you watch this incident, I'll just blatantly say the thing that turned me off to watching his channel. Actually unsubscribed from the guy. It hit me so hard, which it's something I never do, but it hit me so hard I did, and it bothered me that bad. I fucked up right there. But what it was this dude literally, he messed up, and I even watched him mess up myself. If you witness this, you know who it is. You know, let's not name drop, but you get it. Maybe. I was watching the dude stream, and somebody gave him a legitimate advice that he'd fucked up on, but he didn't want to admit that he'd messed up, so he literally stopped and said, "Don't tell me how to run my rotation. Don't tell me how to run my rotation. Do not tell me how to play. Don't take this out of context. This isn't me saying this. I'm rephrasing or paraphrasing somebody that said this exact same content once before, or context, if you will. Do not tell me how to play my character. I did it so well." He didn't say I did it so well. I actually added that in. That was my bad. But that's just my mindset. Like, but he was like, "Do not tell me how to run my rotation. Do not." That's like saying, sorry, but," and you know, and just kept going and going and going, roasting this guy that was just trying to actually help this guy, because they thought he fucked up his rotation unintentionally and thought he was doing something wrong. It's like, "Hey, dude, this is how you do that, really." And he blasted him so hard, and I don't know, I'm not like that. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to be some sort of elitist that's gonna call you out on how you play your game. Sometimes If I have a super shitty healer, super shitty tank, don't get me wrong, I'll make some jokes. But I'm not here to deliberately call people out for, like, trying to help or maybe even parsing. This is the way I like to look at it the most. Like, when it comes to parsing, there's some people, again, you know, like you were talking about earlier, that literally like to just call specific people out for certain things because they're not 210%. Surfing through content and enjoying it, chill and bring good vibes. Yeah, I mean, and thank you for that, Tsunami. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like the vibes I try to bring on. Just chill vibes. You know, I'm not here to, like, be the very best Final Fantasy XIV player in the world. I'm not gonna give you, like, if you ask me how I do something, I'll tell you how, in my best descriptive way. But I'm not here trying to, I'm not a Mr. Happy. I'm not a Miss Tech, obviously. I'm just literally old Tombles out here, floating, playing, chilling, having fun, enjoying every second of the way. I love this story, I love this game, I love Final Fantasy, I love MMORPGs, and I love the community that I've got to meet along the way being part of it. That's what I'm about. You know, I'm not here to be the best. I'm here to do what I can, help who I can, and have fun doing it. Getting somewhere, 47%. Oof. We're getting there, though. Players got so serious when it comes to Savage. Ooh, Savage content's like next level, though. I get annoyed in Savage myself, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even really like to even run the Savage content. Mainly just because of the playability of everybody continuing, or, what's the word I'm really looking for? Like, accumulatively. Like, the accumulation of people that can actually run Savage content. Especially, Stormblood. It's a much different, like, stature, so to speak. Almost there. 4%. 2%. 1%. This should be it. Good deal. You love this track in particular? That's good. Again, if you're ever curious about them, just search over the music playlist on the channel there. It's got them all. Good deal. Let's get out of here. I'm actually gonna take my second restroom break of the night. Give me just a moment, I'll be right back. let that get readjusted really quick, and I'll get that music going again. Looks like we had one of those. Are you still listening? Why, yes! Why, yes, we are! Alright, what am I on now? Still 6 to go. Man. Saeed, you want to do one more? Before I get out of here? I'll leave it up to you. Choco is streaming now. This is her stream. I sub for Choco. Like, you all endure long hours of me just to get small 2 minutes of Choco. I get it. It's understandable. I would do it too. I'll watch this guy for 2 hours just to see his dog for 10 minutes. Oh, there she is. It's on. That good old cute dog. I totally understand. You want to see how good you're doing. That's a lot of people's excuse for doing parsing. You know, it's what they're actually doing. Let's just do Circus Tower. I think Circus Tower plays out the fastest. I know we've already done it, but it plays out pretty quick. I can do this one more time before I gotta get out of here for the night. And honestly, doing anything else is either gonna be too long and not worth it, or too long and again not worth it. So let's just, I feel like Circus Tower is the way to go. It's the fastest one to actually get through as far as queue times, running through it, getting through it, and everything there. It is going to be my last one for the night, though. Yeah, Saeed, I'm definitely, technically, yes and no. When I get out of here, I'm going to actually get some food, then go to sleep, but it's going to be my last one for the night. It's going to just set me up to, like, 22. I have to do, like, 4 more. And, I mean, I guess I could do that on, actually, it's going to set me up to 26, and I'll need to do 2 more. That makes me much more happy. And then, I guess on, it won't be Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, but Saturday I'll be back with more Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll actually be trying to do, a little bit of Rival Wings, yes, but also trying to do, just a couple more of these Moogle Treasure Trove, get my, my Gubu mount, and we'll see from there. But, yeah. I'm actually legit nervous about this upcoming RIP Tumbles, and then the RIP Tumbles for next Sunday as well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm lingering in some waters that I've never drifted in quite before, which I have, yet I haven't. Which, I'm not gonna give you too many spoilers, I'm just gonna let you linger enough, and let you know enough to make you wonder enough to wait around to see. But let me tell you, I'm nervous. You gotta work tomorrow? I feel you, Azunami. I've gotta work tomorrow as well, and again, this will be my last run, but have a great night, Azunami. Thank you for popping in. Have a great night, no doubt. And over on Twitch, I'm sorry I haven't really been looking, but thank you so much for Manamikai for the follow, and Profit 390 and Mad Totten Kronos. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Or not subscribing, for following over on Twitch, my bad. How's it going? It's going pretty good, but thank you so much, all of you, for following over on Twitch, no doubt. Prophet Loki, okay. I see it now. When it's all together, it's one of those things you see it, and it's like, it doesn't look the same as it does separate, but, thank you, Prophet Loki. And Mad Totten Kronos, no doubt, for the follows. Definitely appreciate it all. And Prophet Loki, thank you for that raid as well. And again, Ozunami good night. And if any of you are curious, I'm also on YouTube, literally exactly right now, streaming at the moment as well. So I'm just trying to keep up with both the live chat. But hopefully all of you over on Twitch are doing pretty damn well also, and thank you all so much again for following. Getting close on followers, wanted to help, and thank you so much for that help as well. Yeah, I've been really trying to get, I've got a small foot in the door on YouTube. I've been streaming there for a while. I've been trying to get there with Twitch as well, and everybody that's willing to help out there, I definitely appreciate it. I mean, it's a cool thing, the streaming world. So many people in the community willing to help out others. Always an amazing thing to see. And again, thank you all so much. It's really awesome. I appreciate it. Alright, Saeed, let's have better help for this Circus Tower. And again, it's going to be my last run for the night. Doing anything here with a Smoogle Treasure Trove event. But let's hope we get through it fairly quick. Other streamers giving a lot of the help. It's why Kronos. It's why I got Kronos and where you, oh, that's really awesome. What data center and server? I'm on the Ultros data center on the wait, no, that's not right. Probable data center Ultros server. Yeah, I think should. But yeah, Ultros Promal. You can visit? Awesome. Awesome. What the monkey? I'm alone. I feel like everybody's way the fuck up here and I'm just way the fuck back here. I got that delay. Mama Todd, what's up? Just followed, thank you so much. Welcome back, Rez. Shit. It's 45 when you joined. Well, thank you. Hey, Todd, thank you so much for following as well. A lot of love going down on the Twitch side tonight, and I definitely appreciate that. Sorry, my dog's doing some weird shit in the background. She's doing stretches and throwing a bone. Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to get teleported again. I'm just gonna face the facts. What up, Choco? Whoa. Whoa. No. None of that. I need to teleport. Alright, go on, girl. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That works too, I guess. No, 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 no. Any social you can follow? Oh yeah. I mean, it depends really. I'm on Discord pretty honestly. But also there's Facebook, Twitter. Sorry, my brain went on focus mode. But yeah, there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I've been a little bit slow on a lot of the social media as of late, just because the lack thereof of what there is. I'm really excited for Shadowbringers to be coming up very soon. But, you know, the Moogle Treasure Trove has been the most exciting thing that we've had for a little while. Really going in the game. So that's kind of like my main focus. So, until we get a little bit closer to the Shadowbringers, I've kind of like leaned a little less on a lot of social media. But still yet, yeah, I've got it out there if you do like to follow. I'm pretty active on my Discord channel. A lot of us really, we have a lot of active conversations going on about our current thoughts of the game, where it is, where it's going, what's coming, all that cool stuff. But, I'm going to the wrong one. No. Hey, Ninja! Thank you so much for also following on Twitch. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that. Congrats on the 50 followers. Thank you, all of you who actually just helped me get there. You're all really amazing. No doubt. Thank you so much. Always love hearing that kind of thing. Trying to get to the point, being knowledgeable enough to have those kinds of conversations. Oh yeah, I love that as well. And thank you, Todd, and all those cheers going on. Thank you so much for all of the help on Twitch tonight. No doubt, that's really awesome. You really, literally, definitely made my day today. Or this morning. It's 2:14 a.m. I don't know how to classify that, but no doubt, you've all literally made my current moment the happiest moment of whatever portion of the day that we all conceive it to be. I'm happy. I've really wanted to be able to pick up on Twitch a lot more as well. And it's been a little bit slower than it was for me on YouTube, but it's definitely picked up, and you've all definitely shed a great help tonight, and I thank you all so much. So only about 3 months of play. Had a migraine through the month of April. Just started back in February. Honestly, the more of this game you play, the better it gets. It's the best way to actually play it. It only gets better and better, and it's one of the greatest gaming communities I've ever met, to be honest with you. Final Fantasy XIV community. I came from World of Warcraft originally. I'm a really big MMO fan, but as far as the communities go in MMOs, people can be very crucial, and sometimes kind of not even fun to play with. You know, if you're just looking for a little escapism, trying to just like have literal fun, not trying to just like be a god at gaming or something. But no doubt, like 14, it's just like one of the best communities for something like that. Just trying to escape, you know, find a bunch of really cool people to actually play something with and actually enjoy your time doing so. The lore, the story, everything's so amazing. It's so Final Fantasy, but yet so unique as well in its own way. And it works out so well. And again, I can't thank you enough, you know, no doubt. But sure, you're in for Shadowbringers right now, loving trying to get back to the... Yeah, I feel ya. I'm not actually mentor status myself. I have played a tank. I've played Dark Knight to 70. I've played White Mage to 70. I'm a Summoner White Mage secondary. I don't main White Mage, but I can actively play White Mage, and yeah, I'm pretty decent at it. But my main really is Summoner for the most part, but I'm really ready for Shadowbringers as well. Mainly the story to come up. I'm not so excited for my White Mage, but I really want to see what Gunbreaker is going to be like, but also really to play into some new tiers and stories of all these jobs that I've already done as well. I've done quite a few, and I don't know, I just know I really enjoy it. Shadowbringers is going to be just so awesome. Like, to just really be able to grind out a lot of new content. That's really what I'm really excited about, and a lot of Hildy as well. Hopefully, I hope it's very heavily Hildebrand-esque. I'm a very big Hildebrand fan. Your main is Warrior, waiting for Gunbreaker as well. Gunbreaker just looks so fun in so many ways. Trying to bring your friends to this game, but none of them are all that interested. I feel you, Rez. That's me in real life as well. A lot of my friends, it's like I said, you gotta be a huge MMO fan and a huge Final Fantasy fan to actually like Final Fantasy 14. Luckily, that is the biggest expanse of the fans and the people who actually pay every month and get in here to play it all the time. But actually getting people into the mix that aren't so into the genre as heavily as a lot of us are, you know, already embedded and are, or have been, is a good way to put it. Yeah, it's hard to get people into it as well, especially the fact that it's a paid MMORPG. A lot of people don't like to have to pay a certain thing every single month just to play the game. So I get you right there as well. Different in a good way? Yeah, I agree as well. The biggest thing about Gunbreaker that I've talked about the most that I'm really excited about is the fact that it's a tank with self-sustaining healing capabilities. That is a huge plus for any tank out there, especially for somebody like me that originated from World of Warcraft and then came into Final Fantasy XIV to play this. Tanks in World of Warcraft had a little bit more self-sustainability than they do here typically in Final Fantasy XIV, but that's literally getting separated as soon as Gunbreaker gets come into play, and I'm excited about that. It's just so much self-sustainability that it just, I feel like it's going to work so well. Minato, what is up? Glad you could join in tonight. Your friend is very interested, but he's got a toaster. What does that mean? Most of them you played in World of Warcraft with, seems like they aren't as interested in MMOs anymore. The sub turns them off too, surprisingly. Yeah, yeah, I get your Rez. It's actually something I've talked to a lot of people about when it comes to a subscription-based game. Just literally earlier, a few hours ago, we were talking to Chaz about it, and you know, it was a big thing that really turns him off about video games. He loves to show support for certain games, but just having to pay a certain subscription every single month kind of like turns him off from the fact of wanting to even play it, which I totally understand. You know, it's like literally having an extra bill if you're an adult added to your life, you know? But that's why I love to say, you know, a lot of us that actually actively love MMORPGs, we choose our poison, so to speak. We choose the one we love the most, and then we get, like, kind of like keep it all going. Crap top? Won't handle Shadowbringers. Damn. But, yeah, a lot of people are going to be hit and miss with Shadowbringers, but it's kind of like every MMORPG ever played, though. Sometimes you just have people who, just aren't going to like the changes, so to speak. Like, I remember, going from Vanilla WoW to, just like, look, I'll use a bigger equation. I was going to say Vanilla WoW, to the Burning Crusade, but I'm going to say Vanilla WoW to Wrath of the Lich King. I watched so many people join and leave the game in that moment of that time period of gaming. Again, I've always been into World of Warcraft. This last expansion's the only one I've not played, but I remember them simplifying things, taking the optional spots to put your skill points when you level up. A lot of people quit right then and there. They were like, oh no, now the game's telling me how to play, and people who don't know how to play can just jump in and do it. And that was a big turnoff for a lot of people. They thought it just like made it like a simplification for the video game itself, and more people to play the game, additionally. But I get that. Showed him Gunbreaker, and he was like, as far as the story goes, not just the equipment and the classes, but I guess we'll see as far as that goes. Again, earlier I was talking about, I would love to see Ultimecia in a raid. It'd be so amazing. We're doing Final Fantasy VIII. Let's just get Irvine. He was a cool player. You can honestly, if you play Machinist, you can play around with a lot of the glam in the game. You could have a pretty close-looking Irvine-esque player. I'm not gonna lie. Get that little cutscene in front of him with the other guard where he's sitting there holding his hand and go. I feel like Irvine, he's the Matthew McConaughey of Final Fantasy characters. He's the alright to the Snopping family in the Final Fantasy 14 or the Final Fantasy characters in general, Square Enix characters in general. Almost said Final Fantasy 14. I mean 8 though, but playing 14, my mind got sidetracked. Good old sidetrack, man. Why is simplification bad? Like 5e for Dancer, but cut back on a lot for the crunch brought by the 4. Honestly, I don't really have a real answer for that. Honestly, Kronos, but a big thing I think it's literally the best way I know how to put it. It got me killed thinking about it, but the best way I know how to put it is the comfortability of trying to invite new players to come into the game without feeling pressured with old content and the problems that the old content brought upon them. I feel like that's the best answer I've got for that. I don't really know for sure, honestly, but I feel like that's like the best answer I could really give for something like that. Dungeons and Dragons, not Dancer. You wouldn't mind fighting Jecht from Final Fantasy X and 14. That would be pretty cool as well. Having a whole little Besaid Island, maybe raid. Ending with maybe fighting Sin. Maybe Jecht Sin. That'd be pretty interesting. I'd be willing to play that as well. Saw Lalafell Ignis glam the other day. Man, that was very interesting. How cool was it? Lalafell Ignis. I feel like it works. Like, just hearing it works. I've got a new recipe. I'm gonna like try to get through this as quick as possible, just passing on things. I want to try to give out a player call, but I don't want to end up with random nonsense in my inventory. It's already bad enough. So let me go ahead and pass through this as fast as possible, and I still ended up with stuff and didn't get to give a player call out. Well, sorry team, I was going to. Appreciate it. Another streamer posted on Twitter. Cool. That's actually the last thing I'm gonna run for the night. I'm getting very tired, getting very hungry. And Saeed, thank you so much for sticking around. I know you're probably very tired, or possibly very busy very soon. But Saeed, thank you so much for sticking around with me tonight. And running some content, trying to get some of those Moogle tombstones, no doubt. But I'm gonna call it, I'm actually gonna get out of here. I'm very tired and getting really hungry as well. Come up with a new recipe. That's it. Come up with a new recipe. Kai. Prophet Loki, Mad Todd and Kronos, thank you all so much for following on Twitch tonight, no doubt. I mean, you've literally been a great help to me. Nano, how's it been? Glad you could pop in here tonight as well. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for popping in, Nano. Glad you could get in here, and everybody following on Twitch. Thank you so much tonight as well. It's really awesome that all of you could, that was the coolest raid I've ever had. The first and best, coolest raid I've had on Twitch, and thank you all so much for that. And everybody on YouTube as well, thank you so much for watching. But I am gonna get out of here. I'm very tired, I'm very hungry, and I'll look at that whisper, and I'll look at that, that Lalafell, Ignis, but thank you all so much for watching. I'm very tired, very hungry. I've had a great night, and a lot of you over on Twitch made it so much better. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you again. Old Tunnels here needs some rest. And honestly, a lot of you over on Twitch that follow Denat, if you don't just enjoy video gaming, I do random YouTube challenges, which I'll also stream on Twitch as well when they happen, where I'll do them every Sunday. It's a segment called RIP Tumbles, where I eat extremely spicy food or extremely random food. I've had things from Carolina Reaper powder to legit Asian forest scorpions. Definitely worth checking out on YouTube sometime if you want. It's some crazy stuff. I do it every Sunday. But even if not on YouTube, if you just want to see it here on Twitch, I'll be back this Sunday doing some pretty crazy shit even then. But no doubt, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been a great night. Shenanigans. Have a great night as well, Kronos. And same to you, Prophet. Loki, you have a nice night as well. And again, thank you so much, Nano, for jumping in here. Sounds like you're kind of not. That sounds awesome. But everybody, thank you so much. And Rez, good night to you. Saeed, take care as well. Minato, good night. And everybody on YouTube that jumped in here tonight. Zombie, I know you were in here. Azunami, thank you so much for sticking around for a while as well. And Chaz, I know you got in there. But I'm going to get out of here for the night, everybody. So everybody on YouTube and Twitch, thank you so much for watching. Twitch, thank you for all those followers tonight. And until tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll actually be back with some more Nier Automata, doing the beginning of my second playthrough of it to see what the hell this story's going to throw at me and how it's going to be. And I'll be back with more Final Fantasy XIV, probably either Friday or Saturday. But tomorrow and the next day are going to be Nier Automata, trying to get as much of that story in as possible before the actual events actually happen and transpire here at Final Fantasy XIV, so I know what exactly to expect and notice the relevance of what I'm actually playing when the content of those things go down. But until then, and until next time, thank you so much for watching and all the support, as always, from Patreon. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and again, I'll be back tomorrow, but I'll be back with more. It'll be Final Fantasy XIV, along with Sunday. And until next time, everybody, I'm out of here. And again, thank you all so much, YouTube and Twitch, Patreon support, YouTube membership, and again, all of the people on Twitch. If you didn't know, now you know. This Sunday, I'm going to be doing RIP Tumbles. I'm going to do a malic acid challenge, starting off with oranges to limes to grapefruit to lime. Actually, it's lemon at the end. I already said lime once. Ha! Covered in malic acid with a little bit of a twist at the end. If you want to know what that is, you'll just have to tune in. But malic acid's on the menu for Sunday on RIP Tumbles. If you want to see it, no doubt, like, subscribe, comment. That was the post-credit scene of the night. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. No doubt. Good night.